Everybody, Graham here with the latest updates from We Share Abundance. We Share Abundance is a cloud nation. We are the United States of the world and we're on a mission to banish poverty. We've been around for about 3 years, which makes us an emerging nation. We spent those 3 years putting in really solid foundations, and now we are building our income to benefit our community. The more income a country has, the greater its gross national product, the greater the standard of living of the inhabitants. We welcome people from all over the world. There is no cost to become a citizen of We Share Abundance. All you've got to do is register, prove you're a real person, and we'll even give you $5 to get you started. Okay. We have lots of different things within our community, within our nation, and also some things that we promote that are outside of our control, outside of our boundaries, but they're all optional. You don't have to get involved in anything if you don't want to, and we have lots of things that you can get involved in without putting your hand in your pocket. Sometimes it's a little bit harder and a slower process, but it can be done, it can be achieved, and we've got members that have achieved the top level in plans without ever, excuse me, without ever putting in a penny out of their pocket. Okay. We should be streaming live on YouTube, Twitch, and in our Facebook group, We Share Abundance Publicly. And I wonder what's happened to Luis Montero. He's usually in YouTube early, and I've not seen him for past, I don't know, 3 days, 4 days maybe. But we do have people already in Facebook, and so I'm heading over there right now to check that things are working. And when I get to Facebook, I'm going to make sure my speaker's off so we don't get any feedback. And then I'm going to be looking for We Share Abundance Publicly group. And when we get there, I'll be looking for the 26th of June. Yeah. And 26th of June. Yep. So far, so good. Click to expand to get the comments. And we've got Norman Firth in, top of the comments list from Doncaster, UK. Then we've got Subhash from somewhere. He's not letting us know. I think it's probably Pakistan, but I'm not sure. And he's second in the comments list. And we will be getting started in a short while in our customary fashion. We'll first have a little short prayer that will help us on the path to happiness. True happiness cannot be bought. You can only earn it through loving service to others. That permanent, everlasting happiness that means you don't have to keep looking for something, struggling more and more. It doesn't mean that you have no ambition, but everything that you want and need in life will start flowing to you automatically. You won't have to chase after it all the time and wondering what else you need to be happy. Loving service to others is the way forward. It's stress-free, it's a peaceful way, it's a beautiful way, and you'll be happier and you'll be making other people happier. So we have a short prayer to help us along there. And we'll follow that with a little affirmation because we are a non-separatist community. We don't recognize superficial differences such as color, class, creed, height, weight, gender, whatever. We just see everybody as a human being, part of one big family of humanity, and we recognize that everybody is totally unique and so has something unique to offer our community, and so is of equal value to every other member of our community. But other than that, there's no separation, no pigeonholing people into, he's Asian, he speaks German, uh, whatever. It's all just one big family of humanity. We're all linked together. Okay, who else have we got in? We've got Andrew in from New Zealand, where it will be Tuesday morning. And we've got Derek Murray in from West Palm Beach, Florida. So lovely to see people from all over the world getting in here. We've got Richard Atkins from not very far away from where I am. I'm in Cornwall in the southwest of England, and um, Richard is in Devon in the southwest of England. We're not very far away from one another. So lovely to see everybody in here. We'll get started in just a second, as I say, with that prayer. We'll have the affirmation. Then I'll bring you up to date with what's been going on today. I've got something that um, I think it's exciting. I don't know whether everybody else will, but I think it's an exciting thing. I've been trying to find a way for this for quite some time, and so we'll get onto that at some stage in the near future now. And we've also got Kingsley in from Manchester, UK. So let's get started with that little prayer. Dear Heavenly Father, we are so happy and grateful for you, and we ask that you bless the We Share Abundance community, that it may fill each member's heart with unconditional love, and that through that love each member may find the joy of service. And through service, bless each member that they attract true happiness and everything they want and need into their life. Amen. And the little affirmation we have about that non-separatist ideology helps us shed any prejudices that have stuck themselves to us as we travel through life. We're not born with them, so we might as well get rid of them. We won't die once we're dead. They're gone. We're not born with them. We filter up our life with them as we go through life. So this little affirmation goes like this: we are so happy and grateful to be citizens of the United States of the world, with God and truth as our leaders. Heavenly Father, may thy kingdom of peace come into our world as it is in heaven, and free us all from divisive inharmony, that we may become perfect citizens in body, mind, and soul of thy world. Okay, let me have a little sip. It looks like Pernod, but it's warm. I had milk in the glass before. And that's my story, and I'm sticking to it. Okay. Right. Yeah, I don't know where Lewis is. I know that Deborah was in the other day because she's been not as regular as normal in here. So I've not really heard much from her, but I hope she's well and happy, and I hope Lewis is as well, wherever he is. I'll just check in again now to see if there are any people in on Facebook or Twitch. No, everybody that we have is commenting in Facebook. Okay, we've got Buzina in from Bonnie, Scotland, up in Edinburgh there, the capital of that beautiful country. Right. Where are we up to? Development, we've been sorting out a few little bugs and things. One of the things we've done, I've not checked it yet, but I believe Deviani has simplified the process of adding credits to an existing ad in We Share Abundance login ads. So that should be available now. Now Payments is there and working. There are other things as well that have been going on. There was found on the tickets. I'm not sure whether that's been sorted. But let me just have a look. there's no real full update from Devyani. But tomorrow we have a meeting with somebody who is going to be highly involved in moving the Wheat Abundance token initially, with one step at a time, the Wheat Abundance token onto the Binance Smart Chain. The actual creation of the token is simple enough. It's something that even I could do, following a few bits and pieces using some software that's available. But there's a lot more to it than that from our point of view, because we have to change our back-end systems for the payment of withdrawals through the Wheat Abundance token into payment through the Binance blockchain. We have to also link different wallets in. Your Waves wallet will no longer be used for withdrawals thing for Wheat Abundance token. It'll all be going through the Binance Smart Chain. So you will need wallets changed. We need to change the protocol that we have in the back office. And it's just the first step in something that I want to go over with you. There are also, not a great deal, but there's a few $1,000s worth of Wheat Abundance tokens that I know people are holding in the Waves exchange. And we need to change those over for them. So we have to build an exchange wallet in WeShare Abundance as well, where people can upload their Wheat Abundance tokens from Waves. We can change them into the new token on the Binance Smart Chain, and then we will be able to process them through the Binance Smart Chain. If people have large quantities in Waves, initially they won't be able to move the whole holding that they have into the Binance Smart Chain wallet. It's probably going to be MetaMask, something like that. Okay. Because what we have to do is we have to then fund the liquidity of the tokens that we are releasing, and we have to then manage that liquidity fund with the release of tokens through the available cash wallet and through the exchange wallet, so that we maintain a nice balance there. So there are lots of calculations required and moving parts, if you like, that go into achieving that. It will mean that we will have much greater liquidity than previously, and we will be building that liquidity with the income that we're generating from different sources. One of the most important in the short term will be the collaboration with ROI Tips in marketing the Turnkey Cash Cow program. So that is all coming together, but it's only a tiny part of what I want to go through, because what I am going to have to do, because the pool system that we have is fine from the point of view of how we give you free tokens, and we give them to you every month. We don't need to change that. We can still keep that going, and we can still have the lotteries and everything like that. But people, the majority of people, want to be able to withdraw some income from those tokens. And so we have to change the way that we are doing things. We're going to change the name um, of that. We're going to call the pools, what are we going to call them? We're going to call them progressive passive income pools, okay? And realistically, with the liquidity building, which is going to take time, and with the plan we have to repay, first of all, the uh, people that lent us money and the people that bought nest eggs, to get people to be able to withdraw from the progressive passive income pools, uh, it's going to take some time. And I know that a lot of people want to be able to withdraw now. Well, now isn't possible, but in the very near future is. But we have to generate income to do that. And we have to match the income to the withdrawals. So we have to balance the liquidity in the same way that if you go out and sell um, a Warrior Chief package in the Easy Business Builder, and somebody pays $100 in Wheat Abundance tokens, we can give you $100 commission in Wheat Abundance tokens. Somebody's bought Wheat Abundance $100 worth, we're giving you $100 worth. You can go out and sell them. It's balanced, okay? $100 in, $100 out. So we have to find a way of balancing the withdrawals, and this has been something that has been puzzling me, and I've been thinking about and working on behind the scenes for a long time. People will say, when are we going to get the withdrawals from there? And I've told them, there's nobody who wants that more than me. And it's been something that I've been thinking about and how we can do. And it's finally coming into place, partly with the transfer to the finance smart chain. So all this is taking place at the same time. I've got a lot of work to do, but I think we can probably do it by the end of August. I'm hoping, no, sorry, what month are we in? We're in June, the end of July. I'm hoping we can launch this whole package on the first of August. It's not a promise. It's not cast in stone. But that is what we are aiming for. That is our target. That is our goal, is to get this put together for then. And what it's going to involve is, it's always been our intention that the pools system that we have, now called the progressive passive income pools, would be something that was didn't require any referrals, didn't require any great participation, just logging in once a day, reading a few emails, and being given tokens for doing that. And we also put you into a lottery where you can get tens of thousands of more dollars worth of tokens as well. And we're not changing that. When we started out 3 years ago, we offered a commission that was paid every month for people that introduced other people. And it caused a lot of problems, and it wasn't done in a way that has satisfied the authorities. And had we been brought under their microscope, okay, we didn't get big enough, although we got very big very quickly. But we didn't get big enough in maintain that for a long enough time to come under the microscope. but we then were operating on changing things to make sure that they were then conforming to what is required. So why have we got progressive passive income pools? Pools, as I say, are the same as they always have been. There'll be 6 pools, and if you are in all 6 pools, you will be an elite member. You have to be an elite member to make a withdrawal, and you have to be active. What's an active member? Somebody that's logging in at least half of the available days, okay? So no big deal. You don't have to do much to be able to make a withdrawal. But we don't have any money to pay the withdrawals because everything we get in goes out in benefits anyway. If we make sales, commissions go out. We have administration costs, we have all sorts of things. And we don't even cover the admin costs. We have to rely on benefactors. So we don't have any cash to be able to pay out those withdrawals. But we have lots of things in place that in a year's time would allow us to pay withdrawals at some sort of level. And the levels that we're setting, what we're proposing are minimums. And these will be guaranteed minimums. And what we will guarantee is once we launch on the Binance Smart Chain with our new token, everybody, an active elite member, will be able to, in fact, in case it will be able to, it will be automated. They will have a withdrawal once a month of initially $10 a month. And that will go into their available cash wallet, and they can do what they want with it there. They can use it to buy other things, or they can withdraw it and cash it in for Bitcoin or whatever. Okay. In a year's time. Okay. That is probably faster than we get there. Just building the liquidity normally, paying off all our loans, and then paying off all the nest eggs. And it's only $10. But why is it called progressive passive income pools? Progressive because we're going to build that income that you get. And once again, this is a minimum. It will build by $10 minimum every 12 months, and that's a maximum period. We may increase the amount, we may shorten the period, but we will guarantee that every 12 months you will get a $10 increase. So once you start getting it after 12 months, you start with minimum of $10. In 12 months' time, after you've been drawing your $10 a month, it'll go to $20, and then it'll go to $30, and then to $40, and then to $50, and there's no ceiling. So the longer you are around, or whoever you hand this citizenship over to, if you are no longer able to participate for whatever reason, you can name, and then this has always been there, a beneficiary. If you have an accident or you die, or you just say, look, it's too much for me, but it's time you took over, you can hand it over to that beneficiary that you've named. And that can go on indefinitely for generations to come. And every month will be a withdrawal that is automated. Every year, maximum of a year, there will be an increase in that withdrawal of a minimum of $10. So it's starting out at $10. Year 2 of your withdrawals, $20, then 30, then 40, then 50, then 60, 70, 80, 90. There's no ceiling. And it will eventually get into thousands of dollars. Now, these are withdrawals. So you've got to have the funds in your account to make the withdrawal, you know. Now, I know that initially most of you will have plenty of funds to withdraw $10 a month. Even people that are just starting out, if they pay $100 and they're going to get $50 in profit into their wallet, there's only $10 coming out. But gradually, as these amounts increase in years to come, there will be a situation that will arrive where there potentially could be more available to withdraw from the plan point of view, but not enough to cover it in your wallet. So, for example, if your withdrawals are 10,000 and you've only got 8,000 in your wallet, we'll only allow you 8,000 out, and then it'll be whatever's in your wallet from that point onward. Okay, so that's the first thing. Now that's going to take a year to start, and I know people want something now, but we don't have the money. However, if you refer one person who, in the month that they join, become an elite member, not only will they start getting their, because new members will start getting their, as long as they join and upgrade in that same month to the elite membership level, they will start earning and withdrawing proportionately from their account. And you will also withdraw $10. So you introduce one person and your withdrawals will start the month after that introduction. So if we do manage to hit our anticipated date, which is August the 1st, and you refer somebody on August the 1st, 2nd, 3rd, 4th, any up to the end of August the 31st, and that person upgrades in that period of time before the end of the month to elite membership for $100, in September, both you and the person you referred will have an automated withdrawal of $10. So new people coming in will be able to get that withdrawal straight away. However, if they don't upgrade in that first month, they'll be in the same position as an existing member, and it will be a year before their withdrawals start to happen. So there's plenty of incentive for them to upgrade in the month that they join. Additionally, the progressive passive income plan allows for your income to increase every month, but only on one plan. And you say, well, what do you mean only on one plan? Okay, because you can go out and you can introduce 2 people or 3 people every month, every week, every day, whatever you want to do, and you will earn an additional $10 withdrawal for everyone that you introduce that upgrades in their first month. So if you go out and introduce 4 people, 5 people, let's say 5 people, not one a week, that upgrade to that $100 level, you will immediately start earning withdrawals of $50 a month. $10 for everybody that you've introduced. One of those $10 will progress every year to a higher level. The remaining number, whether it's 2 or 4 or 500 or 1,000 people that you've introduced and you're getting, $10 a month, the remainder stay at $10 a month. Okay? So you're only allowed one position that progressively increases, but by introducing more people, you can start making those withdrawals straight away. And this will help us to balance the withdrawals um, with the income that you create. Now, you don't have to do it. You can just sit back and say, okay, at least I know now when I'll be able to withdraw. It'll be on the 1st of August 2024. If we hit our target, or the 31st of August, I'm not quite sure how it all works, but you'll have a specific date. You'll know when it is. All you've got to do is remain active elite member for those consecutive months in between, and your withdrawals will start. You don't have to do anything else. You don't have to refer anybody. You can just sit back and wait, and start getting that income in. But if you want to benefit faster, we need the income in to be able to put that into our pot, to be able to generate income from it. And we will specifically have a separate account for that in our trading, and that will be purely for the payments and withdrawals from the fund. And it's up to you. You can say, okay, great. Maybe you're in the plan, but your wife isn't. Or maybe you are the wife and your husband isn't. You can, if you choose, bring in your husband. You can pay it forward for them, or your wife, or your mother, or your father, or whoever. If you choose, you can pay it forward for them. $100, they will start receiving $10 a month straight away, and you will also start receiving $10 a month straight away. The earlier you start, the sooner you will get that progressive income. And the more people that you introduce, the more withdrawals will be available to you from the Wealth Builder. I know that's a lot for you to take in, and that there will be little bits that we need to clarify for everybody. I'm not going to give you a written document yet because we're going through it, Devyani and I, and we will be also working out how it's all done with the help of the blockchain person that we're having the meeting with tomorrow. That meeting's at 5 o'clock in the afternoon, unfortunately. It's not my best time, but most of what we need to know will relate to the development side, and that is Devyani's field anyway. So we want to get started on this project as soon as possible. I would love to have it operational as soon as possible, but my target date is no later than. This isn't a promise. This is a target date. Okay, I can't make a promise on the date. We don't know. We don't know how quickly things will work. We don't know if we hit bugs and we have problems with it. There's a lot to be done. But my target date is to be able to go live on the 1st of August. If things go really, really well, it might be before. If things go as they usually do, it'll probably be later. But that is our target. We're doing everything we can to get it done for the 1st of August. So if you're prepared to share a little bit of love and help somebody get involved in our progressive passive income pools, okay, your withdrawals will start as soon as we get that transfer done, and they will be on the Binance Smart chain. Once again, the guarantees we give are minimums. If things go well, we can either shorten the time span between the increase, or we can make the increase greater, depending on how things work out and how we find best to do it. They're not promises. They are the only promises are the minimum guarantees that I've given you. Okay? If you don't choose to do anything, that's fine. Just stay active. Log in at least half your available days. Stay an elite member. 12 consecutive months, and you will start getting withdrawals. They'll be automated. They'll go boom into your available cash wallet, and withdrawals from your available cash wallet are or will be. I mean, they are now automated, but they're going to waves. They will be automated, but going into your wallet with the Binance Smart Chain. I think it's very exciting. As I say, I know it's a lot for you to take in and absorb, and me just talking about it here, but it is a way that we will get people what we've always intended to do, help them just put a crust on the table now. 10, 5 years in the future. We want to bring it forward as much as possible. But we need, if you want that, we need your help. We can't do it without the funds. And that's why you've got to be able to bring in people. And the more people you bring in, the more withdrawals you will be allowed to make, the greater the value of the withdrawal. Okay? Yeah, a lot of work gone into just outlining that today. It's not just happened today. There's been a lot of work gone into it over many weeks, but that is our plan in a nutshell for that. It won't affect anything else that we're doing. It won't affect the liquidity pools that we're building to get the loans paid off. It won't affect the liquidity pools we're building to get people their nest eggs paid off. It won't affect the fact that as those liquidity pools build anyway, there will be additional income going in that will benefit the general withdrawal system, and that's where we'll perhaps be able to increase from the guaranteed minimum. So it doesn't take anything away from anything, it's just adding in a way that things can be progressed faster for the benefit of all. Okay. No comments there. Snip with silence. I'm going to the Melon app here, and I'm just checking, and there's nothing else there either. So I don't know what your feelings are on it, but I hope that you find it exciting. As we progress it, there will be a document that explains it in detail. We have to go through some of the fine points and the way that we will make it all happen automatically has to be decided. And once that is done, we'll have that in finite terms, and it will be available to you. And we'll get it done as quickly as we can. It's still an option to be totally passive, but you're going to have to wait. It's going to take longer if you are totally passive, because we have to generate those funds from elsewhere. And that's going to take us, realistically, it's going to take us a year. Because even with the membership base that we have now, it's a lot of money every month to find. And to get to the level where where we will be able to sustain that without some input now is it's realistically going to take a year, maybe a little bit longer. So this will bring it down to the longest time will be a year. The shortest time, it's up to you. It can be as soon as we launch. Okay. Just on the numbers that we have, we had a net increase of 11 in our registered members in the last 24 hours to 39,555. There used to be a cigarette called State Express 555. Cigarettes are not very popular now. When I was a kid, everybody smoked. And then gradually, we got to the point where hardly anybody smokes, which is probably a good thing, but just a different thing, I suppose, isn't it? Yeah, so a net increase of 11 in the last 24 hours. Active members up by 18 in the last 24 hours to 3,982. And multiply with, no, yeah, there's a bit of a change. It's up 11 in the email verified members, but no change in anything else there. Although we did get some money just for logging in, but not enough to move us into the next dollar level. I can guarantee we'll be up there tomorrow because we're actually at $10,179.99 in the bonus. We need 1 cent from the revenue share, and it's never been that low. It's always in the tens. Sometimes it's dollars, sometimes it's 10 cents, 20 cents. Usually people are 40 or 50 cents. It has been $3, $4 on occasions as well. Just depends. But you get that just for logging in. And so that'll take us up tomorrow. So those are the numbers. That is pretty much what I've got for you today. I'm still working on Fund Miracles, but I've not had time to do much with it today because I wanted to get these withdrawals done. When I say withdrawals done, I wanted to get the thing that I've been working on, the plans. I've been working on them, and numbers and figures for months. But this is a way that we can move it forward. And I'm excited by it, and I hope that our members will be excited by it as well. Inevitably will be some members who will say, "Oh, this is just another scam to get more money." Yeah, we need more money because we can't pay if we've got no money. Okay, but it's not a scam. We'll put that money to use to make sure that you get payments regularly every month, and it's all being run through with a fine-tooth comb, figure-wise, numbers-wise, and it all looks absolutely sound. Okay, so that's where we are. But that's all I've got for you today. But I think that's quite a lot. I hope you like it. I still don't know where Lewis and and don't know where Deborah is in and out a little bit. Maybe it's just busy. Both of them. But they're in our prayers. Also, Paul of Abazoo. Don't know whether many of you know him, but he's a lovely man, and he is currently in hospital, and he's got problems. He got an infection in his foot when they were out in India. I'm not sure that it was because they were out in India. I think it's to do with his general health situation. But if it doesn't respond to the antibiotics and things, he could well end up losing at least a toe, possibly a portion of his foot, or possibly the bottom half of his leg. So it is quite serious for him, and the more prayers we can send in his direction, the better it will be. So Havasu also have a distributors meeting, I think, on at 9 o'clock UK time tonight. I don't think I'll be able to make that, but you never know. Um, but there we go. That's it for today. So until tomorrow, get out there and be Weezer Warriors. I'll be back tomorrow, same time, same place, 7 p.m. London time, YouTube, Twitch, in our Facebook. We share abundance publicly. Until then, get out there, be Weezer Warriors. Get into the habit of talking to people, bringing them into our community. It's going to benefit you enormously in the near future, because that elite membership is going to be the cornerstone of We Share Abundance, as it always used to be. And participation in staking, secondary staking, and stable staking, and things like that, it will be a requirement that you must be an elite active member to be in those staking programs and anything else that we launch. We won't restrict people from getting into the Poverty Crusher and the Easy Business Builder and making money that way, but certainly staking, which is passive income that we're generating, we want them to be participating in We Share Abundance as a whole. The pools drives the value of the token. The more people we have in the pools, the more the token value will increase. Okay, it's part of the formula that's built in. It pushes everything. It pushes everything. We've got to have as many people as we can have in the pools. At one time, we had over 30,000 people in. We get to 45,000. I think we start paying some of the other people that helped us get started with capital in the early days. Those have found the benefits that they will be enjoying when we get back up there with 45,000 active members, because it's all driven by those pools. So much happens through those pools that you don't see going on. And so we're looking for people to get to that elite level and get there as quickly as possible and build that back up to 10,000, 20,000, 40,000, 50,000, 100,000. We're going to go to millions. I promise you. God bless you all. In the meantime, I'll be here tomorrow, as I said, same time, same place. Until then, get out there, share some love and abundance, and I'll see you, alligator, yeah, in a wild crocodile. See you later, alligator. Always wear a smile. See you later, alligator. Go the extra mile. See you later, alligator. Yeah.